Hey, you. I feel like I just saw you. Yeah, yeah. The thing's getting funky. I'll take this off so you can see my reflection. Yeah, look at those raccoon eyes, boy. We killing it out here. Just so special and beautiful. Um. Anyways, man. So, good morning. If you weren't with me for the last video, good morning for this one. This one is called Lessons in Wi-Fi. Lessons in Wi-Fi, if you want it. Um, so our Wi-Fi in our house has been like atrocious, and I'm a geek, okay? I'm a gamer, okay? I get down on Madden, or some Call of Duty, okay? I do. Don't judge me, okay? But I've been noticing lately, man, that on all of our devices, except for the phones and stuff, that the Wi-Fi would just fall off and would just stop, and sometimes the network wouldn't even register, which is irritating. Good morning. And I called the company for Cox. That's who we have. I called Cox, and I told them, I was like, "Hey, we pay for this service, and you guys' service is boo boo," and which some people will probably agree. How do I pay this money? You know what I mean? As my boss says, how is it that we can get a man on the moon and I can't have Wi-Fi to work properly in my home? And they're throwing out these numbers, like your router will cover up to 2,500 square feet, man, 3,000. And I'm like, well, I got 1,800 and don't have anything good. And so when I was talking to the guy doing the Wi-Fi stuff, he said, hey man, everything's good going into your house. He said, but it seems like the modem that you have is not strong enough to handle what's coming out of it. And I was like, well, that's unfortunate, right? Because then that comes back on me, and now I got to do something instead of them just being like, oh, we'll send somebody immediately. We'll get out there for you. And so I go ahead and I've been thinking about it for a couple of weeks, and then I tell my wife, I'm like, honey, you know, the guy said it was the modem, right? And if you don't know, um, I don't know, maybe I can show, uh, maybe I show a little diagram here real quick. To there, and then to your home, and then to your people. Yay! All right, so little diagram, little diagram here. So the internet is out here outside of your home, right? And then this little arrow right here this is like a modem, okay? And this one gets it from out over here, smiley face, to up in here, smiley face. Okay, this part right here is very important, right? Everybody likes to focus on this part right here, that Wi-Fi though, but actually this part right here is really important. So right here, the modem wasn't strong enough to handle anything, so it was just like, right? So then it was just no smiley face and death here. So the modem, right? You got to buy that, and you have to have a router too. Modem gets the internet into your home. You plug your router into the modem. The router sends out Wi-Fi, so all your little kids can play Fortnite and Madden and whatever else, the YouTubes and the Insta Slams and the Facebookies and all that stuff. And I was like, is it really that? And then I started thinking, man, like we've elevated like our coverage with our internet provider to allow for higher download speeds. I've gotten a bigger router, and I was like, we really have kind of upgraded like 3 times since I got this modem, and I never really elevated the modem, right? I never really brought that up with me. So we go yesterday and we go to Walmart. And I promise there's a point. We go to Walmart and I'm like, I'm gonna get a Wi-Fi extender. That's it. I'm gonna plug this into my house and that's gonna and I'm gonna do it and it's gonna be done. And then I'm like, wait a minute, that brother said it was the modem. And so I go and I look. It's a little bit more money, but I buy the we have to feel bad for my wife, okay, because we had bought the Wi-Fi extenders, but she we buy the modem, and then we have to go right back over to Sam's Club and return the Wi-Fi extender. And I bring it home, and on the old modem, this is just special for me, class, thinking I'm a geek. Okay, on the old modem, there was some colors, four colors. There was like green, two blues, and then there's a red. And typically on electronics, if it's not green, it's bad. Okay, I guess with these modems you can get blue too, but if it's not green, if it's amber or red or something, you better call somebody, okay? But I never paid any attention to it. I was just like, maybe that's the way it looks. Maybe that's what it's supposed to look like. And so I go and I swap out the modem. The modems look the exact same. I could bring them down here for y'all. Like they literally look the exact same. They're the same size. I mean, the picture on the front's a little bit different, but they're the same size. They look the same. Like it almost made me feel like I was wasting money. And so all of a sudden, like I plug it in, and then I have some issues with my service provider. Right? They're like, "This, you didn't rent this through us. This is we have to verify the validity of the validations of the blah to make sure that this is okay." I was like, bro, now why? It's okay. So they verify it. I set the Wi-Fi up, and boom! All of a sudden, my router, which was supposed to be able to do something I've never seen it do, is like firing on all cylinders. There's another network that pops up, and just all set. And then I check my download speeds, and they're like ridiculously high the way that they're supposed to be. And I was like, bruh. And so I started looking around, man. I'm going to my Xbox. I'm going to everything. I'm downloading random stuff. How fast is this gonna download? And everything is good. Everything is super fast now. But the problem was the access point, and yeah, I don't want to like flip this man into being something that it's not. But I've really been having to check my heart lately because, see, God is there and His presence is there, and His love and His grace and His encouragement that is there. They are there, right? But if you are positioning in yourself whereby your heart is becoming calloused or hard, and you don't want to receive that, right? The sower of the seeds and stuff, and it fell on the hard place and it couldn't get in and lay roots. If that's where you're at, family, then I would caution you to give pause for a moment, which I'm having to do increasingly, by the way, and just remind yourself, whether it's condemnation, whatever it is that's bringing you down on the inside. 1 John 3:20 says, "For whenever our hearts condemn us, God is greater, for He knows everything." Everything, okay? Um, if your heart is not in a good place, then just like a router, if it hooks up to it, it's not gonna the signal. You're not gonna be able to connect the way you want to connect with people, with your family, with your kids. Um, it makes things rather cumbersome and very difficult. And then asking somebody for help, especially for any of us who struggle with pride at all. That would be me. Never been that. Nope, not prideful at all. Not even a little bit. Not even maybe on a Tuesday. I'm just awesome. Always. I'm joking. It's a joke. Calm down. But just remember, man, especially if you find yourself, like me with the modem, we had elevated three things. If you find more responsibility coming into your life, more difficult things coming in, maybe you go from being single to married, and then you go from married to having a kid, little children's, right? You really need to be checking your heart and make those adjustments, or ask the Lord to make those adjustments on your behalf, because it is life can still carry on, right? It can still move forward, but you're not getting what He paid for, right? He paid for you to be able to have all good things, and to rest in His promises and His assurance, of His provision, and of His understanding of who you are, who you were, who you will be. So Psalm 35:25, my flesh and my heart may fail, but God is the strength of my heart and my portion forever. Check your access point, family. If you're noticing a bad signal, you know what I'm saying? Call on some Jesus, get that thing correct, uh, and proceed. And I promise, not only will you be better for it, but your family, your kids, your husband, your wife, those around you will be better for it. Um, yeah, stay awesome, people. Love you.